All right, so I just watched Batman: The Long Halloween for the second time. I watched it twice in a row, and I gotta say, pretty good film. I watched a couple other reviews from a couple other channels, and people are praising this fucking film for being the best Batman film since Under the Red Hood or The Dark Knight Returns, and I think it's pretty good. It's based off one of my favorite Batman graphic novels, Batman Long Halloween, movie by the same name, Batman Long Halloween Part 1, this one's called. And it ends at the New Year's kill. So there's still a lot more to the book we have to go through. The movie essentially takes place from Halloween to New Year's, so very short time frame. But still, some of the iconic moments like Batman and Joker fighting on the plane, that's in this first part. Very good. I can't find much wrong with it. I like the Batman voice. The Batman voice is pretty great. Um, Joker's back. I think Troy Baker does Joker's voice. He does really good. Commissioner Gordon. All the voice acting is top notch. The guy from Jupiter's Legacy plays Harvey Dent. So lots of good stuff in the movie. Lots of good stuff in the movie. In case you haven't read the book or you don't know anything about the story, basically there's a holiday killer killing people on the holidays. He's killing people associated with the crime family, the Falcones, and Batman, Captain Gordon, and DA Harvey Dent, District Attorney Harvey Dent, are trying to figure out who the holiday killer is, and also trying to take down Carmine Falcone, who is the mob boss of the most powerful crime family in the city. And essentially, you're kind of led to believe that Alberto Falcone, the son of the crime boss, is the killer because he has a lot of resentment towards his dad and everything like that. So you're led to believe that through the book. And then when New Year's comes around, spoilers alert for all of you that don't know anything about this book, spoiler alert, Alberto Falcone gets killed. And that happens in this anime movie, it happens in the book. And I believe in the book, it is just a diversion. He didn't really die right there. And if you read the book, Alberto actually does come back to life. And he is he faked his death and everything like that. So, I don't know if they're going to do that in part 2. This part 1 was pretty dead on. I mean, I'm trying to think of many changes. There was this one fight scene where Batman fights the Triad gang. That's not in the book at all, but they make it fit because the person who hired that Triad gang is part of the Falcones, so it does fit. I think it's just one of those things they added because they want to add another action beat to the movie. Because the first part of the Long Halloween, the first third of the book is a little slow on the action. There's not a whole lot of it. It's a lot of crime scenes and stuff like that. You only see the aftermath of the holiday kills. But yeah, I mean, there's not many changes to gripe on, which is making me really happy. That makes me really enjoy this film a hell of a lot more. I believe the last Batman film was Batman Hush, right? I think that's what it was, right? I think it was Batman Hush. I did not like that one at all. What's funny about Batman Hush is that they keep it pretty accurate to the book all the way up till the end, and then they just totally shit on it, which I didn't like at all. And that still could be the case with the Long Halloween, so I'm not ready to say if they've made a fantastic Batman film. This is only the first part. We've only seen half the movie technically, because it really just ends halfway through. I mean, we haven't seen the full movie yet, and I'm sure when the second part comes out, they'll come out with a deluxe edition that puts both these parts together in one big film. I expect that to happen. And if you're expecting Dark Victory to be a part of the second part, that's not going to happen because we only got to New Year's Day on this movie. So there's let me flip through the book right now, get to New Year's Day for you. Here we go. See, this is the plane with Batman and Joker. And look, I've read this book so many times, it's falling apart. It's falling apart on me. It's coming off the spine. I need to get like the deluxe edition of this book. But yeah, they fight on that plane, and that's essentially where the first part ends. So the first part ends roughly right here. So that's the first movie right there. This bit, that's the first movie, and you got all this for the second movie. So there's no way Dark Victory is going to be a part of this, which is a little disappointing. But they might just make Dark Victory into its own movie after this. So that is I like Dark Victory a hell of a lot more. But anyway, back to Long Halloween. Of course, this book was written by Jeff Loeb and drawn by Tim Sale. Legendary art style to the book. Legendary art style. It shows up in the credits of this movie, actually, which I liked a lot. The opening credits of The Long Halloween shows like panels from this book. I like that detail a lot. And it makes it really feel like the animated movie is like a modern retelling of the book, almost. But there's a bunch of like old jalopy cars, so it looks like it's taking place in the Batman animated universe. So I like that a lot. It looks like you could just watch this Long Halloween and then go watch Batman the Animated Series. And you get your Batman fix like that. This is a much younger Batman. You could tell because Commissioner Gordon's kids are kids. Barbara Gordon and James Gordon, they're both little kids. So this is taking place pretty early in Batman's career. He's probably like mid-20s, maybe even like younger than that. He might be like 24 or something like that, 23. So pretty young. And of course, The Long Halloween is essentially an origin book for Two-Face. And that will definitely be the second part. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for that. Yeah, I can't think of many things wrong with this movie. I thought all the voice acting was top notch. The animation style was perfect for what they needed to be. It was perfect for what they needed it to be, and it fits with the Batman animated series. Like they look like you could just go right into the animated series, or whoever made this movie was a big fan of the animated series. So I love all that. It is definitely one of the better Batman movies ever. But to me, it is just half a movie right now. So that's probably the only downside of it, is that like it ends, and there is, no real ending on it. It really is just like a break before you get to the second part. So I don't know if they should have split this up into two parts. Clearly they did, because in animated movies, for some reason, they don't like to have animated movies longer than an hour and a half long, which I think is silly. This should definitely be like a 2.5 hour movie. And you should just fit it all in, you know what I'm saying? Instead of splitting it up into two parts. But they split it up into two parts, and they will be coming out with an edition that puts both those parts together. Because I feel like The Dark Knight Returns is probably the best Batman animated movie ever. And it works when they split that into two parts. It works when they split into two parts. But I don't think it's working here with The Long Halloween. I don't think it makes sense to split this into two parts. That's the only thing. That's the only problem I have with the movie. Funny enough, that's the only problem I have with the movie. Everything else is fine. The couple changes that they make don't interfere with the story at all. They're just cosmetic changes, really. Like the Triad Gang fighting in Chinatown. Like, that's just something to add an action beat. That's something to, add a little bit more, pace to the movie. I don't mind that. I feel like it fits fine. Gives you a little action fix. And then we move on, you know what I'm saying? And it ties into the movie because that Triad Gang is hired by the Falcone family. So it all fits together. Alberto's well realized. I like him a lot. I really like the scene between him and his father. His father strangles him and says he's not part of the family. I love that a lot. Really drives home the character motivation for Alberto. Solomon Grundy's in the film, which he's in the book. I love, that's something they could have cut out, but they didn't. They put it in the movie. I love it a lot. Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday. And Calendar Man. Julius Day, the Calendar Man. My God, the voice acting is so good on him. He is exactly how I imagined he would sound while reading the book. Dead on. Dead on. Very creepy. Very, like, pedo-y. You know what I'm saying? Very off-putting. and I like it a lot. Joker, Troy Baker did an excellent job voicing the Joker. The last time I heard him voice the Joker, I think was Arkham Origins, right? Was that the first time or the only time? I don't know. He does a great Joker voice. He sounds like Mark Hamill, so you really, you're still getting that Mark Hamill-esque Joker, which is fine by me. He does a great job, and there's a couple creepy Joker moments. Harvey Dent, also great. Him, and I'm glad they put Gilda, his wife, into the movie, in the book. That's another thing they could have cut for time, but they didn't. It really adds to Harvey's character, and if you read the book, she is kind of crazy. Like, Gilda's kind of like, she loses her mind. And in this movie, she's a little fragile, but I wouldn't say she's like completely crazy. She's just like, she feels like she's stuck as a housewife type thing. That's what she's coming off as in the movie. And I don't think she's going to go crazy. I feel like that's one of the things they're going to like not really go into, which is fine. I don't think it's necessary. But Harvey Dent, liking him a lot, showing some rage, liking it a lot. Can't wait for the courtroom scene. I can't wait to see him get scarred. It's going to be epic in part 2. Catwoman's also great. Great voice acting. They put her in the more of the Batman animated series Catwoman outfit. I rather the Catwoman outfit from the book. I like that one better. She just looks more badass in the book. But whatever. I think they just did these little changes to match up with the animated series. Funny enough. But yeah, not really much more to say. I really enjoyed it a lot. Highly recommend everybody watch it. The couple changes don't really interfere with my love of the book. It doesn't interfere with the movie, and I can't wait to see part 2 because I hope part 2 they just stay true to the book. That's all you gotta do. Give me like the same ending that you did in the book, and we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Don't do what Batman Hush did and just feel like you gotta throw a curveball in there because everybody knows the ending, so you gotta throw a goddamn curveball and make it something ridiculous, and then it ruins the whole movie because, Batman Hush was fine up until Riddler becomes Hush. Like, up until that point, the movie's fine. And The Long Halloween, it's good right now, so just please, don't fuck up the ending. Don't fuck up the Harvey Dent turning into Two-Face, and we're gonna be fine. Second part comes out next month, actually. So, they planned it for that. Funny enough, Matt Reeves, apparently, didn't want this movie to be made because it interfered with his Batman movie because the Robert Pattinson Batman is taking a lot of inspiration from Batman Long Halloween, which I like a lot. I mean, Batman Long Halloween is one of the best Batman books of all time. I put it up there above Dark Knight Returns, for sure. It's definitely above Dark Knight Returns for me. Definitely one of the greatest Batman stories of all time, and they're staying true to it for the most part. I am hesitant to say I love this movie. It's a fantastic movie. I'm hesitant because I don't know what the second part is. I don't know if they're going to fuck it up because, let's say the second part is just like totally jump the shark moments and just like really bad. Then that's going to interfere with the quality of this first part, right? Because you're going to look back at this first part and be like, they fucked up the second part, so what's the point of the first part, I am worried about that, but, so far so good. Anyway, that's it for now. Comment below, let me know what you think of Batman Long Halloween animated film. Have you read the book? If you have read the book, let me know what you think. It's a great book. I'll be doing a comic book review of this sometime in the future. I still got to do some more comic book reviews and stuff like that. And they get a lot of scenes right, man. Lots and lots of scenes right. Exact panels. This is an exact shot that's in the animated film. It's right there in the book. There's a lot of exact shots from the book that are in this movie. Liking it a lot. Anyway, that's it for now. Have a great day. I'll see you all later. I give this movie 5 bags of popcorn and 2 sodas. You'll get my real thoughts about this after the second part because then everything will be fully digested and we can see both parts back to back and see just how dead on they are and see if they fuck it up. They might not. Anyway, that's it. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.